I too would like to offer my thanks and deep appreciation to Jim Zug and Jory Kahn and to Chris Childers, Al Wood, and Julia Huffman for all they did. And I want to give a special thank you to all that Mr. Roach and the Board of Trustees have done to give us 4 new squash courts for next year. It will really be a remarkable addition to the program for all the benefits that Mr. Duffy just mentioned. It does mean that the squash players this year on the 2 varsities are the last ones to have night practice, which after my 32 years of coaching is something I will not miss at all. Overall, we had an incredible season, and it's all the more incredible because last year we graduated one of the great players in the history of this school, and so by the mere nature of rebuilding, to have a season that ends up 14-8 is a great testament to everyone who played on the team. We beat Bryn Mawr School in Baltimore, one of our arch enemies, for the first time in 10 years. We came in 3rd at the Flanagan and the Mid-Atlantic tournaments. We won the inaugural Roach Cup against Nichols School. We beat Andover at the Nationals, a school 4 times our size, and we ended up among the top 30 schools in the country out of over the 120 who came to the Nationals. Individually, all top 8 players recorded double-digit victories for the season, a remarkable accomplishment considering the level of competition we played against. Cheska had 16, Liza 16, Celeste 14, Henrietta 10, Abigail 11, Charlotte 15, Kara 11, and Mollie Belk had 18 victories this season, which ties Mia Fry's record for the most victories during a season in St. Andrews girls squash history. This was the 4th year in a row that we had 12 or more victories during the season. So at that level, it was a great success for this season. It was also a great success as a season because of what we were able to experience and enjoy together over 52 hours on the road in vans. We were on one of our shorter trips, a mere 2.5 hours away, and one of the girls said, you know, I heard a girls basketball player complain that they had an hour drive to a game that was away. And she looked up and said, that would be a home match for us. We don't have anything that's close to being an hour away. So we spent a lot of time together. And by spending a lot of time together, you find out a lot about each other. We found out that Charlotte really can't play the ghost spelling game at all. That Henrietta dances constantly during the course of a van ride. That Liza at one moment fell off her chair laughing at something that somebody had said, and then about 3 minutes into her laughter looked up and said, "What did Celeste say?" My favorite moment was going to the Walmart at the Nationals, and we were getting some supplies, and Abigail had been trying to get some money for dinner, and she asked the cashier, if I ask for cash back when I pay for this, does that mean I get all the cash that's in my account back? Because I don't want all the cash back. We had a great deal of fun together, but I think what that fun led to was an amazing amount of support that allowed us as a team to bounce back from every defeat with a victory, whether it was individual, when we would have, on numerous occasions, we would have 2 or 3 matches on a single day, and sometimes we would, if we lost the first match, we would win the second match. If somebody lost their first match, they'd bounce back and won their second match. So this was a team of individuals in a very individual sport that transformed into a team that supported each other and came to depend on each other. In moments of personal failing and frustration and aggravation, teammates rallied and found ways to support each other and help people turn their game around. It was the nature of this game that you have to self-reflect. You can't really coach during the course of a game. So all the girls learned how to figure out what they were doing wrong and rally back from moments that were not going well for them to be able to change and have all of a sudden victory at their hands. This was a team that will obviously long remember, I hope, their victories, and I also hope they'll remember what went into the struggles for their defeats. But I think they'll also remember and learn to depend upon each other in the years and months ahead because of what they were able to do together as a group of people who meant a tremendous amount to each other and to me. There are 4 awards. The first award was the JV Squash Award from Mr. Khan that goes to someone who displayed remarkable resilience, improvement, and mental strength throughout the season. Johnny Chen could barely hit the ball when she first started playing. However, she came to practice every day with an energy and a commitment to learn, and her remarkable improvement shows that anyone can succeed if they work hard enough. My second award goes to Charlotte Mara as a Most Improved Player Award. Charlotte had a breakthrough season on the varsity, holding down the number 6 position throughout the season after playing number 10 last year. She ended up having one of the best records on the team at the end of the season with 16 wins, which is a tremendous tribute to her perseverance and grit. The highlight of the season for Charlotte was her play at the Nationals, when she won 3 out of her 4 matches, all going to 5 games. Her win over Andover gave us the team victory. Charlotte was unflappable. She'd lose the first game, then win, then lose, then win the next 2. She ran down shots she had once given up on. She hit winning shots with accuracy and tenacity. She receives the Most Improved Award for her remarkable dedication and tenacity. Henrietta Gillette receives the Coaches Award for her dedication to the team and her positive spirit and leadership. Henrietta had a superb season on the squash team. She held down the number 4 position all year, winning challenge matches to keep her spot there. She had better success in matches this year. She began to sense that she could actually play this game and play it effectively. She played more 5-game matches this season, attesting to her improved fortitude. Her 5-game match victory in the battle for the 3rd place at the Mid-Atlantics was her best match of the season. She also played 2 5-game matches at the Nationals under much more pressure. However, Henrietta's great accomplishment this season was as captain. She worked with all the girls. She kept people upbeat. She cared more about others' play than she did about her own play. She encouraged everyone through tough matches and long road trips. So she received the Coaches Award for this leadership. And finally, I have an MVP award for Liza Bayless, whom I have coached for 4 seasons. And her tenure on this team, coincidentally, is during the tenure of the 4 strongest years of this program. She is one of the toughest athletes I've ever worked with. She's proud but self-effacing, tenacious yet humble, determined and committed while still funny and silly. Liza is also one of the most ferocious competitors. She hates to lose, but she's completely dedicated to her team. After a really, really tough match at the Nationals, she came off the court, and I tried just to pat her on the back to let her know that I really appreciate her effort. And she recoiled against my touch as if I was a snake. She wanted nothing of sympathy or empathy or good wishes. She was upset at how she played and felt she hadn't done anything. Within 2 minutes, she was back at the court cheering on other people and helping us in just remarkable ways. This year as captain, she's moved beyond her own game and been a superb leader for everyone. She looks after the younger players, she helps them laugh, and she challenges them to work harder. She's been one of the best captains I've worked with in my years because she knows every teammate and she knows how to make long trips worthwhile. She knows the most important part of the season is the friendships, the support, the connections. At number 2, she is not the best skilled player on the team, but she is the most valuable member of the squad because of her history on the team, because of her leadership, and because of how she's inspired the next generation of players to own this legacy. And as they all come forward to receive these awards, I just want to also mention, even though it's a number that is small and not significant, Liza graduates, I'm hoping she's going to graduate. Liza graduates from squash as a 4-year veteran with 56 victories, which is more wins than anyone has ever recorded in the history of St. Andrews squash. So thank you all.